Hello, fellow story explorers. Welcome to Stories with Stan. Today, we're going to read a story that teaches us that we are all a part of something much larger than ourselves. The story, The Little Drop of Water, is written by my friend Rob Holmes and illustrated by Badi Gua. Come on, let's take a look inside. As the dawn melted away the darkness and the sun appeared once again over the top of the mountain, the first rays of sunshine shone on the little drop of water, illuminating it like a sparkling diamond. The little drop of water looked around. It all seemed so new, so fresh. What was this place? It was all so... He didn't have any words for it. Whatever it was more beautiful than words could express. This moment seemed to last for a long time, until he noticed another drop of water looking at him. "Who are you?" he asked. "I am your mother," said the drop of water. "What's a mother?" he inquired with a puzzled look. "Someone who loves you very much," she said with a warm smile. "I am not sure what love is, but it feels good." They just sat and looked at each other for a while. The little drop of water couldn't really understand what he was seeing. His eyes told him that his mother was something separate from him, but deep down he felt part of her. "This is all very confusing," he thought to himself. "I hope it all makes more sense one day." As the day unfolded, the little drop of water's mother taught him all sorts of interesting things. She said he was made of something called water, that they were sitting on something called a flower, and that the flower was growing in something called soil, which was sitting on something called a mountain. "Amazing," he said. "Do we have words for everything?" "Yes," said his mother. "They are only words, but they help us to be able to talk to others." "There are others?" he said. Just then it started to rain softly and more drops of water appeared. Without really thinking about it, the little drop of water and his mother were moving gently into a small stream. None of the other drops of water seemed scared. It all seemed quite natural. "Mother," he asked, "where did I come from? Where was I before I appeared on that flower?" "That question will answer itself one day. Just be patient," she said with a smile. By the middle of the day, the stream was getting wider and deeper and starting to flow faster. In fact, it was really more of a river by now. "This is so exciting," said the little drop of water to his mother. "I know," she replied. "But I do feel a little worried," he said. "Worried about what?" said his mother. "Where are we going? I mean, what's around the next bend in the river? Should I be worried?" "It's natural to be worried," she said, "but it's all fine. Just go with the flow. We are all heading for the wide open sea," she said with a twinkle in her eye. "The wide open sea? What on earth is that? Sounds scary," he said. "It's really nothing to be scared of," she said. "I can try to explain it in words, but it's not that easy to describe." The little drop of water's mother then talked to him about what the sea was like, about how many other drops of water were already there, about the peace in the deep of the ocean, and about the waves, rising and falling, stretching out in every direction. He tried to imagine it, but it all seemed too fantastic, too strange, and yet he felt a deep longing towards the sea. "Be patient, my dear," said his mother. "When you reach the sea, you will know." As the afternoon wore on, the river began to widen and slow down. There were so many other drops of water now. Like him, most of them were wondering what was coming next. "Little one," said his mother, "it's time for me now to move on and flow into the sea." "You mean you are leaving me?" said the little drop of water. "Only for a short while," she replied. "But don't worry, even if it looks like we're not together for a short while, we will always be together." And so the little drop of water's mother faded out of view around the next bend in the river. He felt sad, but he also trusted her. He could hear her voice, as soft as rain, saying, "Be patient, my dear, be patient." The sun dipped down below the horizon, and dusk brought a wonderful peace to the river, which was by now meandering very slowly. The little drop of water had made many friends on his journey down the stream. It had all been quite an adventure, he thought to himself. Some of the rapids were a bit scary, and he sometimes got a little churned up, but he had always been okay. He wondered how his mother was doing out there in this mysterious thing called the wide open sea. But he wasn't worried about finding her. Something told him not to worry. The sea is very clever. It knows everyone and everything, his mother had told him. And so the time had come. The river was just a few seconds away from reaching the sea. The little drop of water thought he would be scared at this moment, but actually, he wasn't scared at all. He felt a deep sense of peace. He had not felt that amount of peace since his first moments on the top of the mountain. That seemed like a long time ago, and yet the time had gone past in a blink of an eye. He flowed silently into the deep and peaceful sea. At last he understood. No wonder his mother couldn't explain this. There were not enough words. There were no words. He was home. In that moment, he realized he had never really left home. He had been part of the sea all the time, all part of something his mother called water. The little drop of water was totally absorbed by the sea. He nearly didn't hear his mother's voice at first. "Welcome home, dearest one," she said in the same wise voice he had heard all that time ago on the mountaintop. Had he dreamed the whole thing? The mountain, the flower, the little stream, the river, the rapids, and the gently meandering river? Did it all really happen? It certainly seemed real at the time. "Do you remember you asked me where you came from and what happened before you were born?" his mother asked him. "Yes, you said to be patient and that the answers would come," he said, smiling. "I didn't need to worry. I can see now that I was never really born, which means I can never really die, because I have always been water. Welcome home," she said again. The little drop of water just rested in the stillness of the ocean. "I get to have more adventures, don't I?" he asked. "Of course," his mother replied, with a glint in her eye and a warm, wide smile on her face. I hope you enjoyed The Little Drop of Water. Remember to always be kind, never judge a book or a person by their cover. See you next time, friends. Stories with Stan is a production of Leap for Literacy. Please be sure to subscribe, share, and support.